Hi there, my name is Franz. I'm an architect. I'm a professor at Coventry University, and I'd like to share my topic for today. Today, my topic is about pandemic design direction. So I will share with you some slides that relates to what is happening. And I have three major topics for you today. First of all, lessons that we have learned from COVID-19 pandemic, upsides of 2020 COVID-19 pandemic, and design direction trends after pandemic as my main topic for this talk. So let's start slowly with my topic. With regards to what has happened with this COVID, there's a stunning decline in the quality of life. We are in a hard times, and income are lost, savings, happiness are all a question mark. And I think everybody's looking into the longevity of life. So this is a very crucial time for all of us that we are learning. And hopefully through my slides, I will be able to share with you what we can do and which direction that we should go to improve the quality of life of what we have right now, right? At the moment, the thing is right now, we are slowly getting the answers from COVID. From the start, we have no answers, and we're all learning from all of this. So perhaps after a few months already that we have had this COVID pandemic issues, slowly as we learn, we will get the final answers, right? So we are at the moment learning from this, and hopefully a vaccine will be coming out soon, yeah? And we are in it together. So all the professionals should go, held hands, doctors, the nurses, the architects, the planners, the community, cross-border countries. Communication should be open. There should be teamwork. There should be team players. There should be collaboration. And we are all in this together, all right, to win this war. There is no young, there is no old, there is no rich, there is no poor. We are all in this together, young, rich, professional, unprofessional. We have to learn from each other, follow the rules, follow the patterns to win this war against COVID. Otherwise, we'll all lose. No one is above from this pandemic. I think this is the main issue that we are learning. We are in it together. So let's learn how to work with each other and collaborate with each other. There is no third world country. There is no first world country now. We are all in a flat world at the moment as we deal with this pandemic. So let's help each other, country to country, politician to politician. Right? Every citizen of the world is important. Lessons that we have learned, everybody should have proper housing and proper sanitation. Government and private sector should make sure to help the community provide a proper housing and proper sanitation. As I've told you, there's no rich, there's no poor. Everybody should have an adequate clean water, good health. Yeah? We should be able to contain poverty. We should be able to provide, government should be able to provide proper sanitation, proper housing to every citizens of the world in order to win for this pandemic. At the moment, there are about 100 million homeless people worldwide. So to make sure that we will win in this war against pandemic, COVID-19, let's have a resolution. Let the government, private sector help each other. The community, the neighborhood, make sure that everybody has a good shelter, a good health. When we have good shelter, we're gonna have good health. When we have good housing, good sanitary, then we're gonna have good health. Then we can win the war. Otherwise, we will lose the war. Health and longevity now is a priority. Everybody should have an access to clean water, good food, proper hospitals, clinics, doctors to win the war. These are all the lessons that we're learning right now. Health and longevity is a big priority. The wellness of a human being, each and everybody. We have long went through panic buying, and these are things that we have to avoid. Food scarcity was the main issue. There was food shortage. There was fear among citizens. And therefore, there was long queues in the grocery, empty shelves. So in order for us to be able, again, to win, to be able to minimize or avoid food shortage or scarcity of food, we should have proper homegrown food, green and edible landscape. Instead of an eye candy landscape of beautiful flowers and trees, why not let's plant fruits and vegetables on our parks, on the urban parks. Let them grow in the garden. Let's teach each other how to be able to plant homegrown food. Each and every country should be able to plant the seed. Let's throw seeds on the grass. Let it grow so that everybody should be able to have an access to proper food supply. And therefore, all the citizens around the world will be able to become healthy and therefore win this war against COVID. We have so much beautiful landscape, eye candy landscape in the parks, beautiful fountains. Why not all these fountains, right, have fish inside? Let's cultivate fish. So for everybody to be able to fish in the beautiful fountains. Child to be able to get fishing rods and just fish their way to get food. Let's learn to be able to learn fishing from the ponds. I think these are answers to eliminate food scarcity and shortage of food and fear of food. The urban life should be able to adapt onto these conditions so that when we have homegrown food, edible green landscape all over the parks, then there will be no panic buying. Residents are encouraged to create their own food. There will be no more long queues on the grocery for fear of food scarcity. So this, I think, are the lessons we're learning from COVID pandemic. Lessons that we can learn as well. We need to prepare and be flexible, especially in business. There were nearly about millions of small businesses reported at risk of closing. There were millions of closed business because of this pandemic. We were not ready for this. All right? And I hope for all the business entrepreneurs, we should be ready for these situations. We need to be flexible. Specifically, the basic necessities are the ones that we need to really dive into this business, because there's so many fashion businesses that closed down. What was unnecessary, the food, the clothes, all of them, high brands did not make it. suffered a lot of losses, millions of dollars lost in this pandemic. So the basic businesses were food in this pandemic. Yeah? So lesson we have learned, we don't have the answers. We are all learning from this pandemic. We are all in it together. There's no poor, there's no rich. Every citizen that should be provided by their government proper housing and proper sanitation. Each community is responsible for their neighbors. Let the community help each other. Community leaders help each other. Yeah? Create that leadership of looking after its neighborhood. Health and longevity is a priority. So let's look into that, the wellness being. Homegrown food is a must, especially in the urban context, urban living. Green landscape, green edible landscape we need. Not eye candy landscape, just to be able to have a beautiful park. We need food, we need to plant, we need to learn how to plant, we need to be able to get access into this food. We need to be prepared and flexible as well. These are things that we have learned from the COVID-19 pandemic. So my second issue would be upsides of pandemic. What are the upsides? We've learned about the downside of the 2020 COVID pandemic. What did we learn? What did we gain? Of course, we have gained something as well. Let's look into that. Upsides of 2020, people are more healthier. We are eating proper food. Everybody's health conscious. Therefore, health has been prioritized and we are improving our health. People are more health conscious. They're doing their exercises. I can see every day after 6 p.m., I can see a lot of people jogging and cycling in the morning as well. So people are more health conscious and we have improved our health. One of the upsides of 2020 COVID-19. Some people who have maintained their job, they have more money. Why did I say that? Because savings went up. People were locked down into their houses. They could not go out for dining, for dinner or lunch out. And for a few months, they were able to save up their money. Not overspending on nice fancy restaurants. Some people have more money. Why? Because they didn't take out their cars. They saved money on gasolines. Instead, they needed just to work at home for a few months. So people had more money. Nobody was using their cars. There was no gasoline. So we all have gained something. Other upsides of 2020 COVID-19, people became smart and knowledgeable. Why? Why did I say that? People learn how to cook by themselves. So there's more smarter. People were able to repair their own homes because they couldn't go out. They became more smarter. People created their extra hobbies. They went into painting, sculpture on their own. Like, for example, one of my friends, he's a musician, but then again, he couldn't go out to play music, so he painted. Now he's selling his paintings. Upsides of COVID-19, people became smarter. So we all learned to work at home. And we had more time at home, right? People were not going out for riding the bus or transportation. We saved so much of our time. Say, for example, you are going for a work. So you need to have time for dressing up, right? Time for transportation going from your home to your office of about 1 to 2 hours every day. Imagine in a week, that's 10 hours of your life. We have expanded our life. So that means we have gained more time for ourselves. That's about 10 hours plus. 10 hours plus of your personal time when you were working or studying at home. So that's upsides of 2020. We have more time for ourselves every week. That's an added 10 hours. Other upsides of 2010, crime rate has dropped. So I think this is very significant. Documented in the US, crime fell over 23%, right, in US. And I think that speaks to all the countries, that the crime rate has dropped, people were not going out, and that's very good news. Upsides of 2020 COVID-19, crime rate has dropped. What else? Upside of 2020 COVID-19, entrepreneurship has risen. As pandemic pushes on, online sales grew by 76%, according to Stephanie Kretz, the journalist for Digital Commerce 360 reported. So in here, people have exchanged, they were able to find a new business entrepreneurship, a new business line of selling online, upsides of 2020. So like, for example, my client has asked me to design a logo, all right, of their a new way of business of selling grocery and delivering grocery. So again, these are, again, upsides of 2020 where entrepreneurship has risen. Companies are helping and sharing upsides of COVID-19 2020, right? Amazon created $25 million fund to help its delivery drivers and seasonal work to cope up with coronavirus, and a $5 million fund to help affected small business in Seattle. Giorgio Armani has donated $1.4 to $3 million to 4 hospitals in Rome and Milan. iPlus Pizza CEO is offering free unlimited pizza to the staff and their immediate families. MH, a parent of Christian Dior and Givenchy, to help French health authorities by manufacturing hand sanitizer and providing them for free. So this is from the www.forbes.com website. So big companies are helping and sharing, extending their hand to overcome this pandemic. So these are the upsides of 2020 COVID-19. Again, as a summarizer, upsides of 2020 COVID-19, people have become healthier because they've changed their lifestyle to a more healthier balance. People have saved money during this COVID-19 because they didn't go out for fancy restaurants or dinner. They didn't go out with their cars for gasoline. People became smarter and knowledgeable. People have learned they were able to have more time for themselves during the COVID-19. Crime rate has dropped tremendously. Education has become more affordable. Entrepreneurship has risen, and companies have been sharing, helping. So even though there were downsides of COVID-19, there were upsides as well that we can look into, that we have gained something and learned something. Now, on my last topic, 2021 design direction. I think this is very important for all of us. 2021 design direction, where the house has a sacred place for protection. That is why everybody, every family should have a good house with proper sanitary so that health can be improved. So it's a universal use, a house or a home. It's a safe haven of protection. It's a place to live, eat, play, exercise, and work. You can do almost everything inside a house. So what's going to happen for 2021 design direction is we need bigger space, a space for work, exercise, office. We need technology to be integrated in our home. Internet specifically is very important for working and education. We need a home gym. So we need to exercise. Come COVID-19, we're gonna go out. So I was exercising in my own home. So lucky enough, I had some dumbbells on my house and I was jogging inside my house. So definitely we need a home gym, a hobby. So now people have been doing their own thing. They were improving their hobby. They were going to music. They were playing music. We need a hobby room or a music room. So I think these are the design direction that we are going to as we move on to 2021 design direction. So design directions, aftermath of COVID-19, the layout of the house will be transforming. There will be moving of doors and windows and partition walls, right? Every spaces will be transformed and every spaces will be usable. We need bigger layouts, right? There will be roof garden, there will be micro backyards, porches, there will be a lot of homegrown plants because of this COVID-19 situation. So we need space for gardening. At the same time, we need smarter kitchen design because everybody is using the kitchen nowadays. Everybody's cooking at home. And therefore, we need all this smart technology to be able to improve our technology. Food storage also is very important, especially now, all right? And that we have learned from this pandemic. Air purification is very important. So air quality is very important. So we need all this technology that would enhance air purification. So that's one of the priority right now is the air quality. Entrepreneurship has rise. There will be a lot of e-commerce, digital commerce, online selling. There will be a lot of satellite groceries. So bringing the food near to the homes, right? These are, again, post-pandemic design directions. For example, like one of my slides you have there, San Miguel Corporation has rolling food stores installed during this pandemic. So there will be a lot of this. Food delivery would be, post-pandemic design direction, there will be less full glass in buildings. There will be more open windows because we need natural ventilation. So the mechanical engineer has, and rules and regulation has to be changed so that we can suck in air, natural air to all the spaces in offices, in schools. So these are very important. Natural ventilation is in, there'll be more windows. Fixed windows will be not in anymore. There will be more openable windows to improve the circulation of buildings and houses. Post-pandemic design direction, there'll be more outdoor dining so that there'll be less dining in at the moment. And this will be a trend in restaurant design. There will be touchless based technology. So as you can see, Oplas has this technology which you can use your wristwatch, Apple wristwatch, to be able to operate the door, the locks, the air conditioning, the lights. So this touchless based technology will be an in for the next design direction after the aftermath of COVID-19. Entry to buildings will be changing. There will still be a lot of security to be able to measure the temperature and identity. So the identity of every citizen around the world will be very important to track down. I think that will be changing. Everybody will have their own identity and their own number as well. Like, for example, in Singapore, before we can enter a building, we need our national ID to be able to check in, right? Or we need to be able to scan, right? So these are all very important issues. So entry of building will be changing, entry of hotels, airports will be changing. Everybody needs an identity. So everybody around the world, all its citizens will have a particular record and that is a must. Post-pandemic direction, sanitation, residential frontage will be different. As I've designed this one, in my design, my floor plan, you would see before you enter the house, there is the laundry already. There's a washing area. You can wash your hands. You can take a bath. There's a shower, and there's everything. A cabinet for alcohol, face mask. So, and you have a cabinet for your house clothes. So before you enter your house, you're completely sanitized. So you can see this one in my perspective. My proposal for front residential sanitizing area. So there is a laundry, right? Your washing machine is there. So once you arrive at home, you will put all your office clothes into the washing machine. You would go to your shower. You will shower, and then you will have your own cabinet wherein you have home clothes. Before you enter your house, you are fully sanitized already. You've taken a bath. Your office clothes are in the washing machine already. So all this will be in the front. Yeah. And when you buy grocery, there will be a sink in the front of your house, and you will need to wash all this. So again, these are design direction of a frontage of the house. There's a washing machine, there's a shower room, there is a cabinet, there is a sink and basin to wash all your grocery before you bring them to your kitchen. And then you have also your cabinet where you have all the sanitizing area. You have your face masks also in that small cabinet. So these are, again, design direction that we may look into in the near future. So the design now are changing. Like, for example, this Burger King for 2021 in Miami, right? They have redesigned the Burger King restaurant when you have more drive-in, more delivery and pick-up, and less indoor space dining. There is more outdoor dining. So this is the Burger King restaurant that will be built in Miami, in USA, in Latin America, Caribbean. They have redesigned everything. So they will have touchless-based technology as well. All right, so this again are design direction, which Burger King has started already. So that is again my post-pandemic design direction, looking into the main topic and what we have learned from this pandemic issues. The house layout will be changing, the restaurants, the hotels will be changing as well. Not to mention as well, we will be having flying cars in the future, all right? Just a bit of technology. A lot of countries have been racing into these flying cars, all right? And the future will be different as well. So just an added dimension into the technology, into the design. We will also have robots patrolling, robotics who are in, and we have seen this one in Singapore as well. They have used, according to CNA, we have used robots and on patrol and drones for inspection at the hospitals. Make use of technology in hospital management. So this has been reported by CNA News. Straits Times have also reported and this robot dog on COVID-19 patrolling in Singapore parks. So then these are technology that will still be using. Robotics are in right now, flying cars are in. But to top it all, at the end of the day, health and wellness is very important. To be able to capitalize that, health, status, and well-being depends on social environment, economic environment, health services, physical environment, health behavior, and biological influence. Let's look into the health as a priority. And health doesn't mean only physical, it's mental, it's spiritual, it's emotional health as well. Let's look into this as a priority to give every citizen of the world proper health, body, mind, soul, spirit, Drivers of health behavior, 30%. Social economic environment is 40%. That's very important. Clinical care, 20%. Physical environment, 10%. Social and economic environment. Let's build businesses. Let all the government help businesses. Let's create entrepreneurship. Let's provide jobs to those who are jobless. To those who are homeless, let's build houses for them. Let every community, neighborhood help each other. Let every homeless have a piece of land, a place to live. Let every jobless person have a job. Therefore, we can win this global pandemic. So at the end of it all, we are looking to the wellness of the human being. We are all in it together, all human beings, regardless of age, regardless of profession, young, rich, old, poor. We are all in this together. So let's help each other. Take care of each other. My name is Franz. I am an architect. I am a professor as well in the school. So you can contact me through my Facebook, Architect Franz Gonzales. And I hope you have learned something from this pandemic. And I'm calling all the politicians, the business leaders, the professionals, the community leaders, the barangay officials to hold hands, right? To help each other. Let's promote wellness to everybody. And that's the end of my lecture. Thank you very much. And let's win this war against global pandemic. Thank you.